Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at UNGA Assembly in New York said that Rohingyas cause serious ramifications on country's economy and environment. I'm joined by my colleague Abhishek Jha. Abhishek, what does Sheikh Hasina's statement imply and mean for the future of Rohingyas living in the Bangladesh?
We know that Bangladesh is the country in the Indian subcontinent which is facing one of the biggest influx of terrorists from the neighboring country. So much so that about 750,000 Rohingyas, which came 5 years back from Rakhine state of Myanmar, now the population has somewhere 1 million plus, and the whole migrated population or the refugee population is living on the expense of Bangladeshi people. So there is clearly a dissent, a discussion or a murmuring in the Bangladesh society that how long are they going to keep these refugees at their own cost. There has been assistance from the world community. There has been assistance from Indian side also. There are UN and other agencies who are helping Bangladesh to keep those refugees in safe and in a better condition. But that is not enough. And the problem is that Bangladesh is not seeing any end to this refugee crisis because Myanmar is not accepting that these are the people who had left from the Myanmar and now they are in refugee. So in that context, Sheikh Hasina has been appealing the world community that this is a crisis that is now going to spread and spill over. And once this crisis starts becoming a social issue or anti-social elements start being part of those Rohingya refugees, then it will not remain a crisis that Bangladesh is facing. Rather, it will become a crisis that the subcontinent will have to face. And hence, she has always appealed that the world community should sit together and think about this issue. This is not just the Bangladesh issue of bilateral Bangladesh and Myanmar issue. This is an issue that can impact the peace in the region, that can affect the regional politics and societal fabric also. So this has to be dealt with a common and consensus approach. And this is what she has appealed for to the world community on the issue of Rohingya.
All right, Abhishek. Now, let's listen in to what Sheikh Hasina said at the UNGA.
Prolonged presence of the Rohingyas in Bangladesh has caused serious ramifications on the economy, environment, security, and socio-political stability in Bangladesh. Uncertainty over repatriation has led to widespread frustration. Cross-border organized crimes, including human and drug trafficking, are on the rise. This situation can even potentially fuel radicalization. If the problem persists further, it may affect the security and stability of the entire region and beyond.
So, Abhishek, does this statement by Bangladesh Prime Minister mean that they no longer want to provide shelter to the Rohingyas and want to actually get rid of the refugees?
So, see, there is a growing fatigue in the society of Bangladesh where initially they tried to provide shelter and assistance to all those refugees who were being persecuted in Myanmar, and they were running with their life and their families to Bangladesh. So on that humanitarian ground, it looked okay. But for now, like when it has been 5 years, there seems to be no end in sight for those refugees to be going back to their own country because Myanmar has clearly refused taking them in. So now the question has, as Bangladesh Prime Minister has also raised, that it has become a socio-political issue in Bangladesh, that how long are they going to keep them? There are radical elements who are now penetrating amongst those Rohingya, and we know that Bangladesh has faced a lot of Islamic radicalism in the past, and Sheikh Hasina has been able to tide over that factor, and now she has been able to bring some peace in the society of Bangladesh. So there is a clear apprehension that whether that peace that has come after a long struggle in Bangladesh in the context of radicalism, will that rear its ugly face again through the refugees of Rohingya. So that is the futuristic problem that Bangladesh has been thinking, and this Bangladesh Prime Minister has been in the world that solve this crisis soon. Otherwise, this will again become a problem that the subcontinent will be facing as a peace issue, and that will not remain contained in the Bangladeshi borders, and it will spill across the subcontinent, and then it will become a rare and big problem.
Thanks a lot, Abhishek, for all those details.